George Washington by a German botanist. So you look downtown, you see all those palm trees, tall, skinny ones imported from Mexico, some imported from all over the world. But we have one indigenous California fan palm, and they grow right down the stream at the Indian Canyon. So by all means, save your wristbands, get $1 off, go visit the Indian Canyons. Now, another thing, in the film room, when you saw the film, you saw the quiche that they lived in, made out of plant life and palm fronds. We made some replicas in Andreas and Palm Canyon. So you can go over there and get an idea of how the Cahuilla people lived. Well, folks, the story of Tahquitz Canyon is really the story of the Cahuilla people who first settled here. A long time ago in the Valley of Merino lived Yvon Gannett the Fox, and he was the leader of the Fox people. As they grew great number, he was concerned about their future. And he came over the San Jacintos, marking canyons, rocks, and springs, giving them names. He went out the Coachella Valley, circled around, and left by the San Gorgonio Pass. Now, as legend has it, as his power left him, he became a great white rock, which the Cahuilla people call Kawissokalet to this day. Next leader of the Fox people was Kawiska-Anka, which means the fox's horns. And initially he moved the people to Saboba Hot Springs north of Hemet. Then eventually he came over the San Jacintos, following Yvon Gannett's original landmarks and leading the Fox people. And they came and looked over the Coachella Valley. Of course, then it looked much different than it does today, but right where the spa resort casino is, there was a green spot. And that green spot was mesquite and cattail reeds, which were growing around the hot springs, which bubble naturally out of the ground there. They decided to settle there, and they named the village Saki, which means sound of boiling water. Just a few people settled here in the mouth area of the canyon, which Yvon Gannett had named Kakwawit. Kawiska-Anka named the canyon itself. He named it Chamokewena, which means a deep, narrow canyon. Now, the people regarded this canyon as a place of power. When a shaman wanted to receive power, he'd go back to a secret place of solitude, and there he would acquire his power. Now, the Canyon Creek goes back 8 miles into the San Jacintos, draining 17 square miles of area. The canyon walls are made of schist and gneiss, which are metamorphic formations formed under tremendous heat and pressure. You'll notice the layered arrangement of minerals in the rocks. Notice also the red color. We call that desert varnish. In dry climates, airborne clays, manganese oxides, and iron oxides settle on the rocks. Then colonies of microscopic bacteria secrete a cement-like substance and glue the oxides to the rocks, giving it that red layer. Now, scientists say the desert varnish process takes about 10,000 years. The alluvial fan is made mostly of granitic-type rock, derived from the upper reaches of the canyon and formed from magma cooled beneath the surface. Now, basically, this mountain range is an intrusion, and it's formed from plate tectonics. We're on the Pacific Plate here. Across the valleys, the North American Plate, with the San Andreas Fault running at the base of the Little San Bernardino mountain range. Palm Canyon Fault runs right down the middle. On the other side of the San Jacintos is the San Jacinto Fault. So basically, the pressure of the Pacific Plate moving up against the North American Plate is responsible for the uplift here. Now, the dam you see down there was built in 1990. The 2 water tanks located over here, one was built in 1960, the other in 2005. Each one holds 5 million gallons of water. Water in the tanks having nothing to do with the water in the stream. They're merely holding tanks for some neighborhood located down here. Up to the left, see the gorge with the greenish growth in there? That's a desert wild grapevine and mesquite, which are growing over a salt spring, which the Cahuilla people call Enbacha. And there they gathered their salt. Now, the Cahuilla people are experts at a couple different things. They're experts at basket making. If you go to the Agua Caliente Cultural Museum or down to the Desert Museum, you'll find excellent examples of their baskets. They were also experts at plant usage. They used 1 out of 5 plants in the desert for a total of about 200 plants for a multiplicity of purposes. So, folks, while we're out on the trail, we'll tell you much about their plant usage. Let's walk the path of Yvon Gannett, Kawiska-Anka, and the Fox people.